Good morning. Hello. Hi. Oh, very small. Let's get the show on the road, man, shall we? Pretty excited for the patch, honestly. I didn't play that much yet. I mean, I definitely think they're a little too light on the nerfs. Damn, look at that Hellcow. Not as good as the one I have. I have the Pixel. I have a Negasonic Teenage Warhead pinned. I do have enough tokens for it. So there's that. Whether we should do it, whether I should actually buy it or not, I'm unsure on. Alright, we're going to play some movement. It's the movement location today, an undeniable attraction after you play a 3 or 4 cost card mover here. But I think Thanos is like a very interesting deck to look at in general, because perhaps like the previous best Thanos deck is no longer the best Thanos deck, right? I used to play like some stuff with Storm. Storm doesn't really make any sense of Thanos anymore. But the Space Stone change is, in theory, now better for movement. In theory. Theoretically. Because people already played movement Thanos and tried it out a bit. So yeah, we're going to give it a try. The reason it's now theoretically better is because... Where is he? The Space Stone, next turn you can move a card to this location. It's just... I mean, it's just kind of good. I mean, it's not... With Storm as well, you could play Storm and then this on like 4. That's actually pretty solid. Yeah, the best card for the day should be Vulture on paper. So we're going to play Vulture. Doctor Strange also sounds pretty good. We can try Iron Fist. Now, of course, we could do some kind of like Silver Surfer build as well with these kinds of cards. So it's 3 or 4 cost cards. It is Magneto, right? So I don't think there's any 4 cost cards that we want to move particularly. I think it is only Vulture. I'll put Kraven in the mix, I guess. We will play Lockjaw. I guess that's like one weird thing is that Lockjaw's going to move there. Hey, Feldy. But maybe that's good, right? Because you can play Lockjaw plus a stone on 4. Move the Lockjaw in and then boom. Welcome everyone, good to see you. Am I prepped to take on everyone running Shuri? Well, I'm pretty interested to see. So I played a bit yesterday when the patch first came out, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I made a meta report and predictions, which I think was pretty good, but I haven't actually played much against, for example, Shuri and stuff, and see what's really, really popping off. So I'm quite intrigued in that sense. We can play Chavez. I think we won Blue Marvel. Yo, no Fapper, where's COE? I'm not gonna be streaming it anytime soon. I did enjoy it, but yeah, Marvel Snap is my main game I play for my job. COE, I did a sponsor stream for. Definitely interested in working with them again, and we'll check out the game again in the future. But yeah, today we're playing Marvel Snap. The patch came out yesterday. This is the game that I know life. If you haven't played it before, it is a juicer, no fap, but it's really good. Nice to see you though. I really did enjoy Cards of Eternity, COE. Go for Shuri or Galactus or wait. Shuri's only 3k now. Yeah, Galactus I'm tempted by, but like this card looks like a lot of fun. This is good in Galactus as well, I think, right? Still seems reasonable to me. Is there any must-have cards? Still quite like the look of Storm with Iron Fist. Human Torch I don't think we want because of Lockjaw in particular. I could just see like an Leech. There we go. The main reason to play Thanos. Cool. We'll probably tweak the deck a bit as we go, but maybe Blue Marvel's not it. Leech, guys, Leech is OP. Why else would you play Thanos? The best thing about Thanos is Leech. It's just, if Thanos wasn't that good, you would just play Lockjaw Leech. Leech is the reason to play this deck. It's OP. Most boring card. Leech is so good though, guys. I don't think you understand. It is popping off. How else are you going to beat... Oh, we also could play Shang-Chi, right? So Shang-Chi is definitely in a serious consideration as a card that we might want to play. Could Electro Thanos work with Lockjaw? You wouldn't want to play Electro with Lockjaw. So what do you guys think the best deck is? You reckon it's Shuri? So the deadline for my deck submissions against Dara happens in, I don't know, maybe like 7-8 hours or so. So I need to come up with a good deck to play against Dara. Look at that Craven go. Oh my lordy. I wanted to Leech, but this is the difference as well, right? Like before you would just be able to... Am I leaning towards any decks? Yes, but I'm gonna not mention it because he will probably watch my VOD. I need to keep it secret. Guys, I'm trying to build good decks, right? I want to build fun decks which are good. So yes, there's a Leech in my Thanos deck. Of course there is. That's not Heimdall. Heimdall! Did I see the daily for the new unreleased cards? Not massively. I want to take a look at it. Today probably. I was actually thinking about making a video on it. I want to write down the shit I want to do. We're also probably going to play Resident Evil 3 later, guys. Only the demo, but still. Not bad. Oh. Not a bad start, that. I'm going to throw it out there. Popping off, mate.
Victory.
And I didn't even have to play Leech, so you can't even be mad at me, chat. There was a card I said that I forgot about. Do you guys remember what I forgot about? So I forgot what I forgot about.
The universe shall be set right.
The universe shall be set right. Shang-Chi? Oh yeah, I remember forgetting about Shang-Chi. Thank you for reminding me that I forgot about Shang-Chi. Hello, Hillarek. Time to nerf Dagger. Mate, Dagger, probably quite underestimated, I have to say. Who deck recommend for Thanos? No idea. Is $3,000 the Infinity Gauntlet? Yeah, so I'm in the top 6. The top 6 is me and Dara. I'm playing against Dara. Freddy and Cozy, those two are playing against each other. Then the winners of those play each other. So it could be me and Freddy. Obviously, if you guys don't know, Freddy and I are very good friends. So that would be quite an exciting one. So we can go Iron Fist into Vulture, which moves into Klein into Asteroid. Is that how this works? Oh my god! And we have another Iron Fist Vulture play. Hello! We're popping off, mate. Shang-Chi doesn't exist, okay? Double Wong? What's my play even? I guess it's just Heimdall. As much as I want to play the Vulture. Jeez Louise! I actually don't have a Vulture variant, I think. Maybe I have a Pixel one? I don't think I do though. Pathetic.
Victory.
Yeah, I have to resubmit the deck because of the patch. Which, I'll be honest, is a bit dodgy. From like a competitive standpoint. Like, we definitely had enough time to just finish the tournament on the old patch, but they wanted us to wait and play with the new patch because it's getting broadcast this weekend. What am I submitting? I don't know. I have a few ideas, but I'm not going to say. When I submit it, I can tell you all about it because it's open list. But I don't really want to talk about it until I've submitted it and the deadline's gone. So the only rule is I can't play 4 overlapping cards with my winner's bracket deck, which I think, again, this is the issue with it, right? The competitive integrity of it has kind of just gone very wonky now that you can change your deck halfway through. There's a couple of reasons. I think first and foremost, Jeff now has like a way bigger advantage than he should in his position. So Jeff is in the winners finals, which he obviously deserves to be there. Of course he does. No doubt about that. The thing is because you can resubmit decks, Jeff can now resubmit 2 decks, which means that he has complete freedom over what decks he submits. And also he has to just play 2 decks which win 1 game. Like, so he's playing against 1 deck, which he just has to beat with 1 of his 2 decks. Which means, like, if I was Jeff, for example, I would be bringing, like, a very heavy control deck and then, like, some kind of other deck, right? Like, 2 very different decks, which you could bring just some kind of complete counter deck. Like, you're like, right, what's the most likely 2 decks to come from losers? Right, Thanos and Shuri. So I'll build 1 deck which just beats Thanos and 1 deck which just beats Shuri. Which obviously you wouldn't be able to do that in a normal tournament situation because then your decks would get knocked out earlier on. But Jeff, like, has now a distinct advantage. More so than he already should for just the fact that he finished where he did. So that's one issue. It is a huge advantage. So Jeff should have 2 decks already, right? That's enough of an advantage. But yeah, it is like a much bigger advantage than it otherwise would have been now, undoubtedly. If you guys can see what I'm saying. Because yeah, you can just build like 2 counter decks, for example. Now, will he do that? I don't know. It's what I would do though. Isn't that kind of a fine as a reward for winning the winners bracket? Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I think like my point is quite nuanced because yes, he is in the winners bracket, but he should, in a normal situation, you wouldn't be able to change decks at this point, right? Yeah, this Titania is not the best. It's fine. I'm winning the lane, I think, even with giving them Titania. Yeah, I think this was a misplay. Hopefully they play a card in now. Like, you have an advantage from winning the winners bracket, but your decks are already locked in. So it's not like you can then just build a lineup saying, I only need to just beat 1 deck twice. Because you need to build a lineup which beats lots of things in lots of different ways, right? Yeah, I would imagine Jeff still brings his bounce deck. And then something else. And to be honest, Jeff's losers bracket deck, I haven't spent that long looking at it, so my point might be incorrect. But my feeling is that his losers bracket deck wasn't very good. So it's somewhat of a 50-50. I'm just going to hide my... will I hide my screen? It's just a 50-50, right? The obvious place is for me to go left, which is why I'm playing right. His losers bracket deck now is toast anyways. Right, but it just also means that he now can just submit like something completely different, right, on a better deck. But it's more like, it's not about that. The issue is the fact that he can build 2 decks, everyone else can build 1 on the new patch. So that's like the fact that he can build 2 decks to only beat 1 deck is the issue. Oh god, is the issue, right? Wait, yeah, we got done. GG, fair play, nice cool play. He played insanely well. I haven't watched that many of his games. I think he didn't play well against me. He got very lucky against me. He's obviously played well, but I wouldn't go as far as saying he's played insanely well. Like, cause he played one Thanos, which was Casanova, right? So the issue with the tournament is, like, in fairness, Jeff came from like the harder part of the bracket as well, I must say. So Jeff played Cozy, me, Freddy, and he was super favored into me and Freddy. Which, I mean, like, full credit, like, that's his deck. But I would say it's more the deck building than him playing insanely well, is my point, right? Referring mainly to Casanova and Freddy match? Yeah, I didn't watch those two, to be honest. I do know that he was very favored into Freddy, but I think I didn't watch the others either. I'm not really sure Casanova's a particularly good player. I think they had a very easy run up, right? Full respect to Casanova. I've not watched any of Casanova's games. Like, I would wager that Casanova might have been Jeff's easiest game on paper, but obviously he had a Thanos deck, which made him better. Let's go Dagger first. But yeah, like full respect to Jeff. I'm not like trying to take anything away from him. This wasn't the discussion. The point is like the competitive integrity for the tournament is a little bit wonky now with the whole changing of decks, which I actually think if I was Jeff, I would not be happy about that. I would just I wouldn't want there to be an asterisk next to it, right? Where like people are changing decks. You always come up with such cool decks to play. Thanks, mate. I actually want to try and improve on that and just build a few more creative piles and not just the top meta decks. Thanks, Ors. Realistically, they should keep the double Limber, let everyone... Well, that would also be just weird. So, okay, so that's one thing. Jeff has full creative freedom. But here's the bigger thing, guys. Because this is like the initial point, right? As a comparison. So Jeff, definitely in the best position in terms of like the deck change. It suits him the most on paper, just in general. Like, excluding like what decks everyone has, blah, blah, blah. Just whoever's in winner's bracket. Because they played some of the winner's bracket out before. It's not like there's 3 people in winner's bracket and 4 in loser's bracket, right? Like, so Jeff is like further along the tournament than everyone else almost, right? Which just, yeah, he definitely has the biggest advantage on paper, excluding like what actual decks that he had before and what decks he's going to change to. Just I think whoever is in winners finals with the way it's working out is probably in the best spot. Okay, cool. Secondly, Dara is in the worst spot. Dara's actually been fucked. I think he's going to be really fucking mad about it, to be honest. The reason is on paper, and we don't know this, but I think it's fair to assume that what do we do here? I guess let's do this. Yeah, so I think Dara's been screwed the most. The reason is Dara's winner's bracket deck. So basically, me and Dara both, neither of us brought Thanos in our winner's bracket list, right? Which is obviously the best deck. So we've now both been punished for not playing Thanos in the winner's bracket. Right? How can we even win from here? Is it possible? Kind of leaning towards it's not really that possible. Oh shit. Oops.
Enough said, bub.
So, because me and Dara kept our... Like, Jeff had his best deck in winner's bracket, right? So, that is another example of where, like, it just kind of makes sense that... Why I'm saying that I think Jeff was in a good spot there. Overall. Whereas me and Dara, for example, I had no Thanos in winners. I had, like, the Spider-Man clog deck. So I've been, like, pretty heavily punished for trying to bring that deck. Now we lose. Rip. In winners instead of bringing it in losers, right? But Dara, I think, has got the shortest end of the... Oh, damn. Of the stick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Because, Dara had Shuri in winners bracket. Which was definitely worse than Thanos. And he had Thanos in losers. And he never got to play Thanos. So, Dara had... the best deck in winners bracket, the best deck in losers bracket last patch, which he didn't get to play, and now we still have a restriction in place, which means we can't have like overlapping cards with the winners bracket deck that we had last season. So not only does Jeff have like this complete freedom over his deck, but we're also limited now that, for example, Dara can't play Shuri because it was his winners bracket deck on the previous patch. You guys are seeing probably why I think there's quite a lot of issues with the competitive integrity of the tournament. I mean, it's just very scuffed, right? Like, there's a reason why there's never been, in the history of card games, a tournament where the decks change halfway through. He was bummed out about it. Yeah, I've not actually heard him speak about it, but because he's my opponent, it's just something I thought about. He can bring a Shuri list if he changes 8 cards. It's just like, he's just got randomly unlucky, right? Which makes... He's been made unlucky by the rules and regulations of the tournament, essentially, which I think is, like, not a good thing. So we can move Lockjaw into the Cloak lane. Iron Fist kind of interesting, actually, just with Lockjaw and Space Stone in general. Do you know what's not interesting? Dagger here. Dagger's not popping off. I guess I can move the Vulture. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, the tournament's still going to be great, the viewer experience is still going to be great. That's why the change has been made for the viewer experience. But ultimately, this tournament should have been tied up beforehand to the point where the competitive integrity isn't being potentially impacted, you know? Hope you guys can see what I'm saying with this anyway. For me, it's fine, right? Like, I had a bad deck in winners. Overall, I had the Spider-Man and Clog deck. Like, I mean, obviously it's a decent deck, but... yeah. But Dara's just now randomly been punished that he can't play Shuri, which I was pretty sure he was going to play Shuri. I was actually very sure he was going to play Shuri. But now this change... it's quite a big spanner in the works. So do they win if they just play Agent Coulson mid? They'd have 4 more points on Dino. And I would have lost a bunch because of Shavers, yeah. They just threw.
Victory.
There's a 10-point swing. Agent Coulson +2. And then +4, then +6 swing. 10-point swing. They threw. I think Thanos is still very good, yeah. I think Galactus is also very good. Like, obviously, Aero. Oh, I leeched them. Right, they didn't misplay. Leech did the business. Thanks, Zuka. It's easy to forget when you leech, I think. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, give the stream a like. That'll be awesome. Thanks. Please. Pretty please. We're on 13 likes. I think it does help out quite a lot, the likes. So can we just supercharge the likes? I think I might have to stop multi-streaming, guys. I'm in a really weird spot with it. I don't really know what to do. But yeah, the tournament should be really interesting. So it's me versus Dara. Dara and I actually played each other in a for fun game. Where we did the Thanos mirror. Where we just like played it out to see who would... Probably should have gone cloak here. Oops. Oh my god. I guess I'll snap. He said I beat him. I did, yeah. I have it recorded if you guys want to watch it. Oh, they can move. They're going to move the armor. Okay, they just run.
Victory.
A bit later on, I'll show you guys the match against Dara. That's a Thanos mirror. He rolled the Ultron of X Mansion. Yeah, I mean, there was the X Mansion difference, but I mean, I won 8 cubes to 0. It wasn't exactly close. That was a 4-cube game. Both of us felt confident in that game, so I would say it was like still a very good chance I was winning the X Mansion one. Why are you mad? Because I called your deck the other day, not Nimrod, it is Shuri. Oh, dude, I am so mad. So guys, this guy, like, I think it was on Twitter. He was like, oh, dude, this Nimrod deck that you have isn't a Nimrod deck. It's a Shuri deck because it has Shuri in it. Any deck which has Shuri in it is Shuri deck. When this deck literally has one overlapping card with what is known as a Shuri deck. And that would be Shuri. Every single other card is different. And apparently I got very mad. Do I seem mad to you guys? Spoiler alert. I don't. There's actually a visual bug with Time Stone at the moment, where and like when you float a card in it, only then. What to do? How to play it? I seem a little mad. Oh, mate, I'm so mad. I'm absolutely fuming. I am so mad right now, guys. I'm absolutely livid. How dare you say that my Nimrod deck is Shuri deck? How dare you make a really bad take and make yourself look like an idiot? I'm so mad that you're chatting shit and making yourself look like a fool. However will I cope? Let's try that. And then I guess we just do this. Maybe do this actually. Oh, we can only move there. Herp. Let's actually move the Lockjaw, honestly. I think Lockjaw's done its job in this one. We'll just Heimdall. Yeah, I was under the impression we could pick Series 3 card, whatever one. I really don't like the new changes. So what do you guys think of this take? Do you think that a Nimrod deck is a Shuri deck because it has Shuri? Or do you think that that is really fucking stupid? Cosmo? Sus, sus, sus. We'll play a non-Thanos movement deck soon.
The universe shall be set right.
A Nimrod deck with Shuri in it, so it's obviously a Thanos deck. Ah, true. Why? Cloning bats. This is the 4th time we've seen this. In 30 minutes. That's a bit sus. Let's duplicate Time Stone, it's OP. Space Stone is pretty garbage now. I think we're supposed to leave a lane empty though, and then you Space Stone and move Lockjaw in. But I guess we can just Space Stone and move a card away from Lockjaw. I like my Sunspot deck, but that's just me. Let's go, Jesse. I've never seen people whine about a game more than this one. Really? I mean, people whine about all sorts of games, I think. The movement is kind of popping off of the Lockjaw as well though, right? Oh, Lockjaw, you are so bugged right now. Oh! Get leeched! We can move Craven and Vulture, pretty insane. And we go Iron Fist and Soul Stone, because then the Iron Fist pulls the Soul Stone away, but it still swaps with Lockjaw. So we just made more space for Lockjaw. We just farmed Lockjaw this game. It's pretty nuts. So my understanding is this should move, but then still swap with Lockjaw. Ah! I'm so confused right now. Where? Huh? Okay, this Soul Stone does not actually exist. This Iron Fist does. But shouldn't it be here? Okay, I guess not. The more you know. Oh yeah, there's a card slot here.
Victory.
And people are quitting. This game trends and viewers are way down from January. I mean, you're comparing this though to like we've just had a big balance patch. Things always go down, and also it shouldn't be that surprising that trends are down since January, since the game came out in October. I think it's like pretty obvious that a game which just comes out should trend downwards shortly after release. I doubt it'll stack. I don't know that for sure though, but yeah, I doubt it. Rip Craven. How's that doing? It's okay. I kind of want to play something different though, I'll be honest.
Escaped.
I want to do some non-Thanos movement stuff. Community just spams meta. Wow. You just described any competitive video game ever. Congratulations. What does FWIW mean again? I actually googled this yesterday and I already forgot. For your info, right? Let's try like Beast and Falcon. I never respected Falcon too much in this deck, but let's give it a go. We want Chavez. Heimdall. We want Hulkbuster. Forge. Multiple Man. Vulture, Doctor Strange. We already have Vulture. So, we could play Thanos. We could play like Falcon Thanos. Kind of interesting, right? Is it actually maybe good now? Let's try it. I was planning on not playing a Thanos deck, and I don't have Lockjaw, obviously. Like, Lockjaw's probably what we want to do still. Nah, let's not play the Thanos. I do think the Thanos is quite an interesting idea, though. I could see Shang-Chi being okay here. I'm just going to put Kang in because I don't know what else to put in. You can't see? Oh yeah, sorry. Here's the deck I just put together. It's a bounce movement deck. Beast and Forge to try and juice up Iron Fist and Human Torch. Oh, we don't have Kraven, so we'll just kick Kang for Kraven after this. I knew there was something I was missing. I do love movement, guys. And yeah, like I said, I never really rated Falcon too much, but maybe it's good. I do like Beast with Human Torch. Maybe we just try the Falcon out as well. Oh yeah, I don't have Cloak either. God, what has happened here? So we need Cloak and Thingamajigamabobo. Maybe we should have played the Human Torch mid. So I'm probably going to Doctor Strange to the right here. Galactus? Could have tried to snap and Kang, but I'm just wasting everyone's time. If I was not streaming, I would have gone for it. Yeah, I think Galactus might be really good. Okay, we need cloak, so maybe we just have to bin off the Falcon. I kind of want to play it though. What else could we get rid of? We could just not play Craven. Craven's pretty okay though. I want to play Craven. Craven's just like a nutty card. But I think I want to try Falcon out and give him a fair crack of the whip. All these other cards are uncuttable apart from Craven. Apart from Falcon. Yeah, Arrow is a lot better in Sandman now, it's true.
Snap.
So maybe a mispositioning on my Forge, because I probably do want to play Hulkbuster next turn, but to the left. I could go multiple man here. I really want to buff this guy up. I guess it's fine. Yeah, we'll play it like this. And just Hulkbuster. Back to the building. We could have even not played the Human Torch as good as it is here. We have so many stats. Because, yeah, I want a Doctor... I think I've just mispositioned again. Because I want a Doctor Strange. Oof. Oof. Heimdall in the next draw is the money card here. Cloak would be okay too. I kind of doubt that they can get ahead here. Thanos doesn't do it on its own, so let's just play like this. Dino doesn't seem that good in Thanos anymore to me.
Victory.
Okay. We'll hold on to the Human Torch because I have Forge available. This Human Torch could get rather large. There's not that many Killmongers out at the moment as well, so I think Human Torch is just like one of the most underestimated cards going. I think it's insanely good at times. The curve here, unfortunately, quite awkward. This is where you want to play Craven this turn. Falcon's doing nothing for us, it doesn't reduce cost. We could play Cloak, but then that kind of messes up our Hulkbuster play. I guess we go for it. What Season 5 card do you think you get? Series 5? Galactus or Thanos, probably. I also think Kitty Pride next week looks like a lot of fun. Negasonic also looks really fun. I have it in my shop, but I don't think I'm going to go for it. Alright, let's Copium roll. Because, yeah, you want to Hulkbuster the Human Torch before it moves, right? But in this case, I'm trying to do it after the fact. It's a 1 in 3. I could Doctor Strange it then. Yeah, Kitty Pride also just looks really good with Hitmonkey, which is the Battle Pass card for next week. Or 2 weeks, rather. I must say, I don't really like our chances, so I'm going to run. Yeah, Falcon's pretty garbage. I just wanted to try it out. I think I'm already ready to bin it off and just go back to the old list that I was playing. Falcon is there just because you can, in theory, get a bigger torch, but it's just too bad, right? It'll pull both. It'll pull both. If I played it into a different location. So multiple mana to Mer Island can be nice. There was only one spot, right? Then I think it's just a 50-50. I won't go for it, regrettably. What would you replace Beast with? You could play Leech in this deck. Leech is kind of bad. You could play Storm as well. Alright. I mean, it makes sense snapping against Fist Tower. But I ain't running. I ain't no pussy. Okay, actually, that's not true. I am a bit of a pussy.
Escaped.
Yo, SMTCNM. Thanks so much for the follow, man. I should buy the last pull 3 I'm missing. Yeah, but it's like negligible. I think it's like 4%, 7% increase or something. It's like really not much. So I'm thinking of today doing some like, guys, what videos are you wanting on YouTube? Like, what kind of videos would you watch right now? Because I'm thinking about doing maybe like a collector tokens kind of vibe. Like, what's when you collect tokens on? Is that something that would interest you personally? Thanos is still very good. I'm thinking of doing like the data mines, like the new leaked cards. Video on those. OnlyFans announcement, brilliant. I can only play Doctor Strange left, so. This works quite well, actually. We're going to go Chavez mid, most likely. Go on, Craven. Red Sky. Well, Chavez mid doesn't actually beat Red Skull. But they could move Red Skull in. Copium. That's just losing no matter what here. Oh, 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 oh! Did I see the next big bad? I haven't seen it, no. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird day for me, guys, today, because I don't really want to play, like... I've got some cool deck ideas that I'm kind of wanting to hold on to because I'm not wanting to give competition in this 983 media tournament ideas. It's a bit of a weird one. It's probably not going to be a super long stream today. We'll definitely, like, play some more games. I want to play it a lot, but I need to do some playing off stream and I also want to work on some videos. Dude, it looks awesome. Yeah, I'm actually pretty keen. Maybe what we'll do in a moment is we'll take a look at all the data mined leaked thingy-majiggers. Because I am definitely interested in seeing what they all look like. We're going to go Forge Human Torch and Beast this time. Maybe it was a better line. Ooh. Shame about the Craven. Usually you just play Craven into the far left, but it was Murder World. Luke Cage stops your cards from being able to lose power. So Luke Cage is often played with Hazmat. And also Typhoid Mary, it's good with that.
systems go.
It's probably not enough to win, but Heimdall would be an issue for them. Why not Absorbing Man for Doctor Strange? Absorbing Man's an interesting shout.
Escaped.
I think it's probably too expensive though. I don't love Beast in general. You're supposed to be able to bounce it back, but in practice it just doesn't happen that much. I could see Beast going for Absorbing Man. Might try it. Do I have some folder? I don't, unfortunately. I need to kind of get a bit better organized. My YouTube's the best place. I'm also going to set up my Patreon soon and probably have like a doc for Patreon people.
Breaking news.
Alright, this is a big Human Torch right here. Yeah, unfortunately not Luffy. Also, I was thinking maybe in my Discord I could set up like a channel for deck lists. Missing Out is one of the cards that high evolutionary rolls. Yeah, mate, I really want to look at these cards actually. I think it's got to be my video for today. Let's take the... Do we take the cloak? I guess. Craven was also tempting, but... So one issue here this deck often has with Heimdall is I'm going to be putting too many points into just the far left. But actually Craven and Vulture help that quite a bit. I can go Heimdall mid. I have a folder. I do have something, but yeah. Why I always have Chavez? Chavez is so good. And in movement, it's particularly good because there's lots of early combos you want to do. Like, you want to find Human Torch early, you want to play Forge. So she's increasing the odds of you finding all your other cards early. And often with this deck as well, like, you don't actually want to play Heimdall on the last turn. So Chavez is often actually not a bad finisher in this deck. Oh, shit, I forgot about that. So, you know, I said I didn't want to end up with too many points stuck in one location. Well. Does this be Ultron? 2, 4, 6. This is an example, right? Like, I don't want to play the Heimdall at this point. Oh, let me link that video for you, Sol. I did a little meta report yesterday. I've been trying to work on my thumbnails, guys. What do you reckon? Give me some honest feedback. So look, these are my usual... If we go back even further. These are my thumbnails, right? A month ago. Okay. Then try and, you know, some different stuff. Some, like, this one's my editor. My editor did this. But these are all mine. See, I kind of like experimented with like some different stuff. This is my editor, my editor, my editor. This is all me. This is all me. You know, there's some decent ones. And you can see, I think this one, it got like 3 weeks ago, it got noticeably better. Been really trying to improve on it. But then like still some pretty bad ones here and there. Like this did really badly. This is my editor and this is my editor. But then look, bang! This thumbnail wasn't actually the original thumbnail. It looked very different. And then bang! You love the tournament one? Ah, damn, cool, thanks. This is my editor. Beast is too slow. Beast is pretty slow, but it can really pop off at times. I did cut Beast last time I played this deck, but I also think Beast is a lot of fun. Yeah, my thumbnails are like nowhere near as good as a lot of the YouTubers, but it's something I'm really trying to work on. I like the ones without your face. Brilliant, thanks for that. So yeah, this is just the start. This one was my first one I did with Photoshop. And then if you want to see you Twitch guys, the one for the YouTube stream. Like even these are just better, right? Yeah, but this is it, right? My target is to turn my thumbnails into like super high quality, like those kinds of levels. Let's go here because they can't move anything. I'm gonna snap. I quite like where we're at. The Iceman's actually a pain in the butt. Do we think they play Shang? It's possible. I think this is the approach. My Craven, I think, doesn't catch the buff, unfortunately, off Nightcrawler. But we get this still. Is Black Panther a good pickup from the shop? No. No. Black Panther's a pretty okay card, but it can be easily replaced in any deck you include it in with Red Skull anyway. I've got a cool Black Panther deck with Nimrod, but I definitely wouldn't suggest it. Black Panther might have just gotten a bit better though with the arrow nerf. Because you can Zola maybe more often. Obviously Shang-Chi's still a threat though. Can I show you that? Yeah, sorry. Here we go. Yeah, I think good pickups from the shop is what I'm looking, is one of the things I want to do today. I'm going to write these down. So I'm going to spend the day, like when I finish the stream in like a couple hours or so, I'm going to work on some videos. So I'm thinking collector token, data mine cards, any other types of videos you guys would be interested in particular? Tier list of what? Best X. I've done that. It's on my YouTube. Gym routine. I'm actually feeling like I'm on a really good roll with gym and stuff at the moment. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'll be honest, guys. That wasn't part of the plan. Deck building tips. Yeah, I want to do collabs. Deck building could be a good video to with Freddy, because I was thinking about doing a collab with Freddy. I mean, you could kind of argue we're at a 50-50 situation. The problem is we lose to Odin. It doesn't look like it's an Odin deck. Let me just run.
Escape.
Yeah, season pass. Or no, Dagger. So the reason I'm not playing Dagger is because your Iron Fist and your Doctor Strange are already overloaded, and you don't play Heim Delivery game. Dagger is really good though. I do want to bring Dagger into it. Probably for Beast. You just cut the Beast. And the reason for playing Forge Hulkbuster is because you can buff up your Human Torch, buff up your Multiple Man, and then they get really out of hand. Like, I think if you're playing all in movement, you have to play Human Torch, Multiple Man. I think they're just really, really good cards. Is this deck for climbing? More coaching videos? Yeah, cool, thanks. I haven't done coaching in a while, but I am offering coaching, guys, if you guys weren't aware. I haven't done it in a minute because I've been very busy. But I charge £50 an hour, so it's not cheap. But if it's something you're interested in, I can assure you it's good, high quality. So Multiple Man gets buffed by Forge. Then we go Craven, Hulkbuster. So Iron Fist. Yeah, this is the ordering. This ordering's insane here. I love the new Collins series. I need to check out what he's doing, because I think he's doing really cool stuff. Very unique. So this is a problem we have with lacking a bit of energy after the Pegasus came down. Doesn't suit our deck particularly. Oh baby, don't mind if I do. Wait, that Agatha? I only just realised.
I am Iron Man.
Oh lord. That's a lot of bloody points, mate. Shoot, I was late on my snap. We should just win her. I don't see how we can lose. Oh mama. I was very worried that they discarded an Infinite at some point there, but yeah, you can't play Infinite with Agatha. Should we bin off Beast and put in Dagger? Dagger is honestly kind of cracked at times. Thanks for the ideas. Battle mode in tournament. Favorite variant I have probably Spider-Man. I think that's also a decent video. I'm really thinking, like, what I want to do today though is target like videos at the new patch, right? Viewer battles. Do you reckon that's good video content as well? So you notice I'm not playing Iron Fist on turn 1 very often. I have Negasonic in my shop, but I think I'm not going to buy it. It looks really cool. I do want to try the card, but I really want Kitty Pride next week, and I quite like having tokens saved up for like future cards. So I think I'm going to skip this one. Mainly because it came out on the same day as a patch. I just don't know if it's the best use of tokens, because the hype is for the patch more so than the card. Video explaining Specimen. Thanks. Yeah, I think if you're just beginner stuff like that in general is something I want to work on. It's also quite possible I end up changing my stream time to do later in the evenings. It's all a bit up in the air. I'm making it up as I go along a little bit. Craven Doctor Strange looks like the play. That's Snap. Surely this is a bot, right? Yeah, Pride and Hitmonkey are going to be sick. I'm very excited for them. Craven is actually doing very little here, right? So if I play Heimdall here, the Vulture moves. I actually think we don't want it to move, right? Wait, Vulture moves anyway. Uh-oh. I think I might be losing. We might just be fine because I'm going to win Baxter. You shouldn't aim for the information, go for the competitive tryhard kind of content. Yeah, I think that's like a nice mix though, right? Doing beginner content is just evergreen. It gets views over time. It won't do well at first. But I also, thanks though. But yeah, I like aiming at competitive, but like equally I do have a pretty big interest in beginner content, particularly because it didn't move. I'm tripping. Particularly because, why did this not move? I'm confused. Right, because yeah, cool. That was my original thinking. Mate, movement's not even bad, guys. I would not play Clog anymore. Clog was good for a short time because it was good into Thanos, but even then it wasn't that good. It was a tournament deck, really. Because I was targeting Thanos. Like, it wasn't even that good into Shuri. I just managed to beat KM playing Shuri, so people thought it was pretty good into Shuri. I was surprised I was able to beat KM. Would you consider this deck you're playing now climbable? Definitely with this location. But also bear in mind I'm probably the best movement player in the world by a distance, because I'm the only person that plays this shit ever. So I'm almost certainly making it look better than it actually is. Oh, movement mirror. Let's go, champ. I mean, honestly, finding Craven and Vulture is pretty OP, though. But we also have the Craven. I mean, you go Craven, Doctor Strange this turn. Oh my god! It's popping off, mate! What a mirror. This is the best mirror in the history of Marvel Snap. Don't at me. I have initiative, so I can actually get my Craven in here still. This is ridiculous! Oh, it moves the dagger! I don't think that's good. I don't know, maybe it is good. Ironheart. Synergy. But they didn't move Kraven, that's kind of weird. They have a Human Torch and a massive Vulture, mate. I think we might have lost the video game. Is it possible we can win from here? Let's think about it. Yes. Heimdall Wright can win. Oh, snap! I think we got him. They don't have the multiple man, which means if they want to play Heimdall, they can't win the right. Oh! No! I was so sure we had him. What a game. I think this is the best game of Marvel Snap ever. I think this might have been the best game of Marvel Snap ever. GG. Nah, my deck is much better than this, trust me. Trust me! Captain Marvel is actually an interesting pick and move deck. I don't think so. Like, if you compare my turn 5 with their turn 5, like, okay, they got to play Captain Marvel on 6 with Miles. But, like, nah. I mean, it's a cool deck. I'm pretty convinced it's not the way. This is the deck. I'm very sure. I know obviously theirs looked really good, but if you like actually think about what went down, they had Kraven early, they had Vulture in Asteroid, they had a Human Torch, which was like 16 points. That's what won them the game, not the Miles and not the Marvel. Let's play like this. Yeah, move is so cool. I don't think it's that far away from being good. I think it's very underrated. Or snap. Asteroid with vultures. Mwah, so good. It definitely does need some buffs. I think Heimdall deserves at least a point. What does Ghost Spider do exactly? If you don't have Human Torch, you can still play the deck, yes. But Human Torch is very good. There's a lot of data mine move cards, cool. Yeah, I mean, from this deck, like, you could definitely cut Forge, Hulkbuster, Multiple Man, Human Torch, and play like a different setup. And Dagger, of course, can go. But there's just not enough good cards, I think, to justify playing no Multiple Man. Also, other cards which buff Multiple Man and Human Torch, if those are introduced into the game, will also make this deck a lot better. You want like low cost cards, so like 1 or 2 cost cards which put buffs up. Okoye not being a good example of that, because it's just not buffing your stuff up often enough. Ghost Spider's on reveal move the last card you played here. Yeah, that does sound pretty juicy. Oh, nice Shang-Chi, bro. Let's go. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my god, I love movement decks. I took out Leech and Dagger. I think this is better. Yeah, I think so. So if I forge, I can buff multiple man. But if I put multiple man, I can just let forge. Just let multiple man cook. I think we go forge multiple man still. But no name's pretty interesting. Yeah, Dagger's actually pretty flipping good these days, honestly. We can't play Human Torch in Mer Island because then that's cock blocks my Vulture. And my Vulture's about 1,000,000 points here. I wouldn't go Vision, I would go Beast. Like, Vision, what you'll notice with my deck is I have no 4 or 5 cost cards. That's a very conscious decision because a lot of the time on 5, you want to be playing like a 3 and a 2. Like Doctor Strange and Cloak, for example, or like Vulture and Craven or some shit like that, right? So I would try and keep the curve low. I think instead of Vision, you could play Leech. I think Leech is okay in this deck. I could actually Doctor Strange here still because of Heimdall, but I can't play. I'd have to play Dagger here. I guess I could play Dagger here. I can't Heimdall left, right? I have to Heimdall mid. Yeah, they're finally releasing a good Chavez variant. True. I guess that's also like a good video to do, right? So for today, I'm thinking like collect a token video, maybe. New variants, maybe. I'm pretty sure these both still move, right? It's just the multiple man doesn't come back here because the lane's full. Like these 3 move to the left, and then Dagger and Vulture come in mid, and then the multiple man just doesn't spawn. I'm pretty sure. Nice.
Victory.
It will spawn and stop my cards moving there. Are you sure? So token video, new variants. Data mine cards. I think that's pretty much everything. Move because of the hot location. is really good with movement. Barcelos is not very good for us. Yeah, I could have gone for the Hulk Buster line, it's true. Maybe I should have gone for that. I kind of just followed my usual plays, but I'm not really sure it was the motive. We only have one turn to draw Heimdall here, which we don't. I can see some merit actually in just playing Forge into Bar. And then we just take them for a 50-50. Because they still have to play a card here, right? Then we just go Chavez for big stats in one lane. It's 50-50. Unless they're screen watching. It's not a 50-50, guys. GG. Oh, they respected me. I thought I was getting BM'd. I had that little sound and I thought it was going to be a little douchebaggy thumbs up, but they were actually being quite wholesome. We can work with this somewhat. Okay, suddenly it just got good.
Oh, snap.
We needed that, that's for sure. I'm disappointed there's no Kingpin action with hot location. Kingpin's actually really bad with the hot location because it moves to that location, which is then going to be filled. So I think it's actually really bad, unfortunately. Jake. Yeah, we had Beast. We had Beast Brony, but we actually just cut it for Dagger. No! You douchebag! You douchebag, mate. Why would you do that? Some people just have no respect. Oh. This is such an easy win, guys. Oh, oh, oh. Pause, champ. Right.
Escaped.
Is it not working out? I mean, it's fine. I just think it just doesn't really like. It sounds good on paper. We had Falcon as well, but Falcon's really bad. Beast is okay. I've played this deck a lot, and I ended up cutting Beast last time as well. It's like, who was it that beat you round 1 in tournament? So my tournament, when I won my first game against KM Best, I had definitely the hardest run. Me and Cozy had the hardest run, I think. I mean, you could also include Jeff and KM in that as well. Me, Jeff, KM had the hardest first 4 games. First 2 games, rather. But, like, that side of the bracket. So, my first game was KM, who I beat. Then I lost to Jeff. I lost a 50-50 for 8 cubes in a really bad matchup. Like, honestly, if I just played my demon mid instead of left, which it was just a 50-50 situation, people would have been so fucking horny over this, my gameplay that game. I played it so wonky and so wacky, but it was correct. Let's just get the Human Torch buffed up. Should have gone Craven first. No, because if I go Craven first, then the card I played next didn't move. The Nag wouldn't have moved. There was no correct ordering there. It was just a wonky one. KM is he called himself the best player. Yeah, didn't age well, but listen, but I mean, he'll bounce back. He's a very good player.
Enough said, bub.
I mean, honestly, I was marketing genius. I think you can't really hate on a bit of marketing like that. He had like the highest MMR, right? It's actually good for us. I think we're losing. Jeff Hoogland is the best snap player. Nah. I mean, nah, that's just... Nah. Why am I not posting the tournament videos? I was going to upload it yesterday, GK. I have it ready to go. Of all my games I've played so far against... So I bundled my 3 games. I posted one against KM. And then I've got one ready to go with Jeff, Amaz, and Blevins. But then the patch dropped and I thought the video just wouldn't perform that well, so I'm probably going to post it tomorrow when the patch hype has died down a little bit. Yeah, we actually started off with Thanos. Jeff's a very good player, but... And this is my point, right? Like, I felt like I mean... Okay, this is gonna be a weird take, and people could be like, "Oh yeah, sure." I mean, I definitely outplayed him in our game, but I lost. It was just a really bad matchup. Which is props to his deck. His deck is fucking awesome, and obviously part of being a really good player is being a really good deck builder. And I think he's very good at the game. I really like his decks a lot, actually. Like even this Patriot deck he built the other day, I really liked. But I do think, like, as I say, in our matchup, I don't think he played our matchup well at all, to be honest. He gave me a 50-50 chance to win, which, like, I felt so... Like, I scrimmed this matchup with Bane for 2.5 hours, and I did not win once. It was really bad for me. Jeff aggregates every snap creator. I have a good relationship with Jeff, personally. Am I still in the tournament? Yeah, I'm in the top 6. My next game is against Dara. So I lost to Jeff on a 50-50 for 8 cubes. And he's in winners finals. But I'm still in it. No, he's not in winners, he's in the grand final. It was a good game against Jeff. It's just sad, man. Like on another day everyone's like talking about how, because my snap was so fucking aggressive. I just saw that there was an opening. It would be a game where like usually I wouldn't snap there. But because I knew I was so unfavored, my strategy going into the game was my win rate is probably around like 15 to 20% on average, like per game. So I need a big high stakes win in order to secure the bag. And oh my god, let's go. And I saw the line and took it. I'm really proud of how I played that game. That's why I'm talking about it a lot. Feeling good? Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. It's weird because I have to resubmit deck. The whole like deck resubmission thing is very weird. For sure. No, open deck format is definitely something I like. So I have initiative, so my Craven actually gets the buffs here. Oops. I don't like changing decks halfway through the tournament though. No, they haven't happened because they asked us to hold off so we can play on the new patch. Which is good from like a viewer's perspective, but like realistically the tournament should have just been tied up before the patch, right? Because it just impacts the competitive integrity. Like whoever won out of me and Dara, pretty sure was favourite for the whole tournament because I think Jeff's deck didn't really get tested against a proper Thanos player yet. Which sounds quite disrespectful to Casanova, and I suppose it is a little bit unnecessary. But I don't think he's a top player. I think he had a very easy run to get to where he is. He beat Dara, like, full respect for that. Yeah, they asked us not to play... They asked us not to play the last few games. We could have fitted it in all before the balance change. But because it was scheduled to happen after the patch, they wanted us to wait. Which I mean I can understand, but also like I can understand from like why they want to do it as the tournament organizer from like the view experience. But as someone competing in the tournament, it does feel not good, to be honest. Daramis played heavily, really. I didn't watch the game. Yeah, you have to resubmit new decks on the new patch, which poses a lot of issues because like Jeff is now in a position where he can choose like 2 decks that just has to beat 1 deck. So like if I was Jeff, I would just build like 2 heavy counter decks maybe, because you can be like, right, most likely whoever wins losers bracket is going to be playing either Shuri or Thanos or Galactus. So I'll just build like super heavy counter decks that don't actually have to function against like normal decks, right? You could argue. Yeah, I was really surprised that Dara didn't win. I was in Berlin and I saw that Dara lost and I was kind of mad. Because I thought my next game would be Casanova, which, I mean, again, respect to Casanova, but it would have been Casanova on Shuri as opposed to Dara on Thanos. Like, obviously, I'd rather play the Shuri gamer. I have no idea how good Casanova is. I've never watched them. But I would say on paper, they're the weakest player left in the tournament. But that's just because I don't know them and they're not in the community, right? All the others are Snap streamers. But they've secured top 3 already. The lower side of the bracket was definitely way, way, way easier than the higher side, though. Higher side had like Mogwai, Freddy, me, KM, Jeff, Cozy. Cozy's already proven himself this event. Whereas like the lower side had like... Oh, it also had Kibler and someone else. But the lower side had like... It had Dara, Dexter. Tia, Amaz, Casanova, someone else. Just like less Snap streamers overall, basically, right? I'm not sure this Craven positioning was correct because it's actually stopping my multiple man from moving, right? I'm not so sure we're winning, but we're going to try our luck. I think the Craven was a bait. I wasn't supposed to play it. So yeah, Casanova basically beat like only Dara, I think, as like an actual Snap streamer, and the others were not. He beat Tia and someone else, right? Excuse me, what? Pardon? You flipping what, mate? Wait, when you click on this now, it doesn't show the boost. That's kind of weird. Did you guys notice that? Oh, look, it also shows Hulkbuster there. Oh, cute. Jesus Christ, what was that all about? What was the bonus from? Wong, Shuri, and Kamartaj. Yeah, Galactus is definitely very good. I wouldn't be surprised if Galactus is like top tier. Shuri should really struggle to deal with it. And I think Shuri is very, very good. Yeah, Shuri's just a ridiculous card. She just needs a rework. I think they don't want to make her 5 cost, which I don't really understand why, personally. Like, her current state is ridiculous. I think they're a bit worried that they've just released Nimrod as a Battle Pass card, and it's kind of balanced around Shuri. Sorry about that game. No, GG, that was awesome. GG, mate. You're gonna be on YouTube Shorts. That was awesome. Oh. They want to keep Shuri Black Panther? Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I mean, Shuri Black Panther's not even that good. Like, Wong does the same thing, right? What do we play? I do want to go Heimdall next turn. I guess I'm going Forge. I guess I go Iron Fist. Forge, Multiple Man. Yeah. Yeah, I actually like that, Sato. I've heard this change suggested. Shuri could change to double the power of the next card you play here. Somewhat similar to Rescue. Because that would mean you can't play Shuri into Cosmo. Which is nice. And also it would mean that, like, that, for example, like, she's much more predictable. Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean, Marcella. But it's like very, like, Shuri's not actually that good with Panther, right? It's really with Red Skull where Shuri pops off. Go on the Craven. Go on the Dagger. The ordering's nice here because we get extra points on Craven with the Forge moving. It's actually +4 on Craven if we go Heimdall this turn. Look at us go, mate. Absolutely popping off. Okay, Cosmo's a bit of a spanner in the works because I did want a Heimdall to the right. I guess I just do this actually, right? It should do the job. We do lose to Shang left and another card right. It's always a bit sus when they make this play as soon as I've played mine, right? It's like that little delay and then I guess it was always the logical play though. Yeah, the Cosmo was a really good play. Fair play. Cosmo's what fucked us up there. I think we were fine otherwise. Oh, did you top that Galactus? Sheesh. It's Harry. Get snapped on. I've hit him with the I am confident. It's who? It's ordinary Harry. He's playing oh shit. He's playing this new card. Live! Give me the new card.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Okay, hello. Alright. Electro? Oh, he's playing fucking Galactus. Get out of here, man. Galactus nerd. We don't really have much in the way of answers to Galactus, unfortunately. What we can try and do is just outpoint him. Copium. Oh, we got him! We got him! He's gonna fucking hobgoblin me. He's gonna try and hobgoblin me. I think we got him. Oh, 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 oh! Oh! Did we get him? Oh! 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 Obviously, I didn't play other cards here because of the death that I know he's got. Null's not that big. I don't think we lose to Null. I've ended my turn. I'm locked in. He thinks I'm going to pass. Surely not. Why is he spamming emotes? I know that I'm winning. He's trying to get me to retreat. It's not going to happen, boy. Try again. Easy. Wait, what? What? How did he play multiple man? Shouldn't this have cost 2? Wait, what? 5? Oh, Electro. GG. Yeah, I did forget about Electro, you're right. Wheezy out here. GG.
Victory.
I think we were just winning, even if I could have snapped a turn sooner, to be honest, with this location showing up. That was good for me. Elephant. Dagger's actually feeling nice. I've always wanted Dagger to be good, but I've never rated her. Ooh. I need to check actually to see if I've got any variants for my movement cards. I still don't have any inked movement cards. It's one of my biggest, like, wishes, if you will, is to get some cool inked movement cards. Like, I've split a lot of these cards many, many times. So actually to be farming boosters on movement cards today is pretty fun. Movement's definitely my favorite archetype. It's just not that good usually. Yeah, this is not a very good play. Iron Fist into Multiple Man this early. You're putting too many weak points on the board. I would never make this play, personally. I mean, I would very occasionally, but... Neither player's really popping off here. No, it doesn't. Because Hulkbuster just counts as the card that you play it. It doesn't move Hulkbuster. If you Hulkbuster the Vulture over here, though. So let's say I move the Vulture, which I'm doing, and then I Hulkbuster right, and it hits the Vulture would move. Because it's like replaying the Vulture. But if it hit Human Torch, it won't. So we can actually try it now. Okay, scrap that because it doesn't make a difference now because of the Iron Fist play. Whichever one I play is moving. If Asteroid M was to the far left though and it hit Vulture, it would move twice here basically. Multiple Man's so good in the mirror because if we both Heimdall right, they're winning right. They should be beating me mid as well. So I go here. This should win. Yeah. Oh. Played, boy! I am the master of movement. I cannot be stopped. Let's go.
Victory.
Dagger's, yeah, popping off, honestly. I'm really liking Dagger. Another movement mirror. So again, you'll notice I'm not playing Iron Fist turn 1 here.
Oh, snap.
Kraven's insane in the mirror. Like, we probably should have prioritized getting Kraven down, but I'm just chasing the big, fat Human Torch here instead. We can still get Kraven down next turn anyway. What's your priority for order, Multiple Man, Dagger, and Vulture? It really just depends on your hand. It really just depends on your hand. A lot of the time, you just want to play Forge for a lot of stuff. The most important ordering is that you want to play Iron Fist most of the time after Vulture, after Forge, or after Hulkbuster. So here you see on turn 4, like a really, really nice turn 4 is Iron Fist Hulkbuster.
I am Iron Man.
That's a lot of points, mate. It's not so many points. We can Doctor Strange the Human Torch back to mid. If we find the dagger or the multiple man or the cloak, not the vulture. You can see like why I like the curve of this deck with all the 2s and 3s, and I don't play any 4s or 5s. They just don't fit. You want to be playing Doctor Strange. Like, otherwise Doctor Strange starts to feel really bad because this is a turn 5 play with a 2-drop. Dagger's just slotting in there nicely, and that's why Beast is also dodgy, because like the first couple turns you want to be doing other things. Wait, what? Okay. Please no vulture, please no vulture, please no vulture. I wonder what we do with the cloak here. Let me just play it mid. Yeah, nice. That's quite a big human torch, mate. Another win in the mirror. Even though they got Iron Man off X-Mansion. Yeah, I tried. We started with Bounce and Human Torch, but I literally binned it off. This is way better. Let me just check if there's like any cool variants and stuff that I'm missing. Or just like fancier looking cards. How many boosters have I've only got 151 boosters on this. Iron Fist, like, I've split quite a few times. We're not that far away from getting another split on it. I kind of want to show off my more fancy ones. Forge, I have split the base card quite a few times. I don't quite have enough boosters to get the... Wait, I do? Oh, let's do a split on Forge, guys. Yeah, I can show the Spider-Man variant. We could get a Noir Forge here. Come on. Noir Forge, please. Or gold. I think we can get both. I do love a bit of Forge action! Sad times. Ooh. We'll add it in still. Alright. Dagger I've hardly ever played. Craven I have this pretty cool variant. I guess we can go for the one with the effect. Multiple Man is my boy. I've actually not split him as many times as I would have thought. 30 boosters only on him. Cloak I have so many boosters, but I never really split him. I've only split him once. Doctor Strange I've run out of boosters on. Vulture I've got a bunch of boosters on. Hulkbuster I've got 600 boosters on, never touched it. Heimdall's not that far away from getting a nice split too, and Chavez is obviously just got only the 1,800 boosters. Not that many, to be fair. Is there anyone else in the world that has more splits of one card? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 splits and 1,800 boosters. Have you guys seen this new Chavez variant as well? You best believe that I'm picking that one up. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please give the stream a like. We're not even at 69 likes yet. I'd appreciate the support. Thank you. Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Oops. It's on my Twitter, Shane. !Twitter. If you go to my media. Thanos seems like it's in a pretty good state. Leech, not so much. I think the main reason to play Thanos is Leech. Right? So I think it's more of like a Leech issue right now, I would say. I don't really know what to play here. My friend thinks you're cute. Same. I'll show you the new Chavez variant. Someone can link it in chat probably. It's like a Venomized one. It's not in the game yet, I don't believe. But it got added to the game files yesterday. Let's just take the Forge, because there's pretty good chance we hit multiple mana or Human Torch, and if we don't, we're not really fancying our chances this game, probably. I mean, that's reasonable logic. Yep. Iron Fist off the top. Am I mostly playing against bots? No, not at all. I'm not really playing against any bots right now. Not all my decks. I think Arrow. Oh, all the things I'm asking for, I'm getting. I think Arrow is still really good. Personally. Okay, now either Heimdall or Doctor Strange. I don't know. I think Shuri probably got better comparatively to the rest of the decks because I also think that Arrow is keeping that in check a lot. Denied. Yeah, this is just not very good though. Duo mode in mid just wins the game for them, right? I'm gonna run. I mean, if you're like really tryharding, you should be retreating in 50% of your games, right? I mean, arguably, you couldn't have like a higher retreat rate than 50 and still climb. For sure. I think if you're not retreating in more than 50, like, you have to be some kind of like god gamer playing like a really good deck, right? If you're playing like slightly off meta, you should definitely be retreating more than 50% of your games, I would say. So we have a bit of a decision here on if we go multiple man or Craven. I think we just go Craven. It's just always fine. We obviously don't want to play into Vibranium Mines. Haven't exactly played against Master Mold too much. Citadel's quite scary. Let's play the Vulture. I mean, even like snapping when you don't have the nuts, it's just, yeah. Climbing is just, you could be playing a really bad deck, and if you snap and with like 30% win rate and still climb in this game. In theory. In theory. If you're minimizing your cube losses. That's why like I think Deadpool is actually pretty decent. Because you can just fold when you don't find Deadpool, and then when you do find Deadpool, you're probably winning most of the time now. The error is not in every single deck. Okay, sure. We don't really want to compete Citadel, like I say, because of Ronan. But we can't play Heimdall mid. So I could see us maybe not playing Heimdall this game and just going like Chavez. Let's play like this. We're just gonna go Chavez left. Could have snapped, honestly. Mold adds 2 Sentinels to your opponent's hand. So it has synergy with Ronan. I think it's more of a meme card, but it's pretty cool. You can build some interesting decks. Oh my god, that's a big lad. That is quite a big lad. I mean, they have another one of these, right? Because of Vibranium Mines, I just have to concede. Because of Moon Girl.
Escaped.
Vibranium Mines. It's obviously not 40, but it's still 20 points. And I play left and it goes up to 26. No thanks. Yeah, and I still think my snap was good. I didn't expect the Dark Hawk. I guess Dark Hawk makes sense of Master Mold to an extent. Oh, guys, we did it. We got to 69 likes. Thank you on YouTube. I appreciate it. We've almost got more views on YouTube than Twitch, guys. Fun fact. I still don't know what I'm doing with the whole multi-streaming thing. And yeah, like I mentioned before, I'm considering also like just switching up my stream hours, perhaps, and doing like later streams, because I think that would be better for YouTube overall. It's all a bit weird. So my audience on YouTube is like 30% American, and obviously like USA right now is fast asleep. So my YouTube streams will almost certainly do better if I did them later on in the day. And potentially my Twitch streams would also eventually, like the problem with streaming at this time is there's like a bit of a floor. Or a bit of a ceiling, because there's not as many people on. There's less streamers, but there's also less people watching. I'm just saying, go on, Moon Bounce. Looks like we're getting Galactus on. So I feel there's not too much I can do about that. We should just lose to Galactus. They might not have it though. I guess I should have just played these and said that they might not have Galactus. Certainly the Forge. Cloak is a bit of a weird card to play. But it makes no sense not to play the Forge. My thinking was like, it's good like not to play them because of Null and Death, but I'm just losing if they have Galactus. Okay, they miss Galactus. Ah, they're going to Shang-Chi me, aren't they? So I have 11 stats mid. Yeah, I'm just losing to Shang. I have 11 stats mid. This is again, Cloak would have actually maybe, would have made it a 50-50. So I have 11 stats mid. They have 15. Should do it. Let's go!
Victory.
Guys, I'm going to be on a BRB. I'm going to go to the loo. But while I'm gone, what I'll do is I'm going to play... I'm going to get a coffee too. I'm going to show you my game against Dara that we played off stream. Never seen before. So Dara and I are playing against each other in the next round of the 983 $3,000 tournament Infinity Gauntlet. And we wanted to see... He was very confident he would beat me in a Thanos mirror. Very confident. So we played against each other. Yes, skis, especially here. Today we have an
I'm not going to upload it.
Against Dara. This is a Thanos mirror. He's my next opponent in the 983 Media $3,000 tournament. And we both have Thanos in the loser.
So this is not the actual game. This is...
The tournament has been a bit of a spanner in the works. Mirror, definitely from memory, although I didn't spend that long.
He was so confident he beat me. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the loo.
Very aggressively on me. I'm going to rope quite a bit, and hopefully he snaps something. I'll just snap.
Again, reminder, this is pre-patch. This is before the patch. This was Thanos on Thanos.
to see who would have won if the decks weren't changed. Because whoever won this series was the favourite to win the tournament because it was the last Thanos deck left. One difference is he has Magneto over Kang. Alright, let's get this show on the road, shall we? I think I'm actually not going to play anything here. Time Stone early is a weird one. I wonder if he's going to go Lockjaw this turn. I'm going to hold on to my Time Stone. Could see the logic of going Time Stone this turn to get Lockjaw down on 3. Sorry, Lockjaw plus a card. It's very interesting if he does go for Lockjaw. So usually I would have just played the Soul Stone here, but I was kind of worried about the right location, but I mean, yeah, so he actually does get the Lockjaw down early. We could bin off the Lockjaw for now and leech him. Ooh, the hand is so good. I guess we're just going for a classic Leech on 5, unfortunately. It's probably only a 6-turn game. So it does look like Dara's outplayed me so far, I have to say. I think his ordering was pretty superior to mine. Not surprised to see this. Oh, for flip's sake, that's really bad news. Mind Stone and Reality Stone are pretty good finds, actually. Go Mind Stone first. He snaps back. I mean, I ain't running, honestly. Maybe I will. I think this Atalan screwed me up quite a bit. It's an aggressive snap. Losing 2 cubes is kind of whatever, to be honest. But if I stay in that, I'm happy to lose 8. Am I really happy to lose 8? I'm going to go ahead and say not really. Oh, my snap was late. It was a boomer snap. It didn't go through. Is it counting his next turn? Please say it. I'm hoping he didn't even see that. He did see it. Uh-oh. Oops, boomer snap. I wonder if he would have stayed in. Lost him afterwards. Classic boomer snap. We just have the nuts, mate. Does he really want it? I think this is the reality of what Thanos mirrors are going to look like. Both players just confidently snapping, hoping the other player doesn't have a good hand. Okay, we could give him Space Stone. That would be scary. Oh, God. We could have given them Lockjaw. Oh, lordy. We gave him flipping Lockjaw, mate. That is pretty disgusting. Magneto gone is quite nice for us. Yeah, it seems like we're still in an okay spot. Magneto's in the Lockjaw lane, so we can Shang-Chi it. It's a 3-cost Shang-Chi. We know he also has Shang-Chi in hand. Double Lockjaw. Nice. I mean, it looks like a pretty big win for us. That's not very good. No. I mean, maybe this is good for us. I think this is good. What's going on, mate? Oh, Dara. Sucks to suck, mate. Is this round 4? I have 2 cubes. I can just lose one for free. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Basically, both players can just lose a cube here and it means nothing. I'm at 8. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2. Actually, my cube loss actually does mean something. His doesn't. I may as well just lose 2 cubes, basically. Doesn't mean that I should snap, though. Somewhat scary. I'm gonna snap just because I can leech him. And he can lose a cube for free here. So I'd expect him to just take the pass. I can lose 2 cubes and it means nothing. Like 1 cube is the same as 2 for me, whereas it's not the case for him. I'd expect him to just concede here.
Yo, I think this is the game. Or did you guys already see it?
Okay, here's the lockjaw, makes sense.
You guys already see it, right? Saw it?
That would be a big high roll.
You can't hear a thing? Uh-oh.
No biggie.
I'm not talking very loudly on it, that's why. Oops. This was I wasn't actually using it for YouTube. I just wanted to record it just in case.
You leech now to hopefully leech his leech.
So I was talking very quietly. And if you guys noticed I'm wearing the same t-shirt, it's just an illusion.
Unfortunately, he's out of Shang-Chi range in Nidavellir at the moment.
Yo, Twiggy, thanks so much for the Prime sub. And the follow. I appreciate you. I mean, I fancy my position in the Ultron game, though, no? Like, I had his Shang-Chi, so I had 2 Shang-Chis, because I'd already played one. He wasn't going to play around Shang-Chi, but I got his off Daily Bugle. And I had Quinjet down, so it was only going to cost 3. But yeah, this is just like, this matchup's so dumb. He just, if I just find Leech, I just win, right? Basically, whoever finds Leech wins.
Space here. He does play Arrow, though, so maybe we do want to open up space. I can certainly see the logic of just taking this now.
He plays Arrow, but I just leeched him, so he only has 2.
Or we need to get initiative.
2 turns to draw it. He's found Chavez off of Lockjaw.
So Arrow's not a threat unless he has 2 turns to draw Arrow, which is pretty unlikely. So I think I don't respect Arrow.
Yep,
I
correct
think
play.
The logical play is just Blue Marvel mid.
Welcome back. Thanks. I'm not going to be streaming for that much longer, guys. I'm going to work on some videos. We can maybe take a look at
and then like
the new cards though.
Something else elsewhere.
Because I'm probably going to include them in my collector. That's like maybe a good way of doing like my collector token guide is including all the new leaked cards.
Yeah, I don't fear the Arrow because he only has 2 turns to
maybe
draw
it's a
it.
full video though.
He's never going to just press the retreat button. He's always going to go retreat later here. He snaps. This is such a bluff. This is such a bluff. There's no way he has it. He doesn't snap if he has it.
I mean, maybe he does snap if he has it.
I'm reading you like a fucking... He doesn't have it, mate. There's no way. Soulstone.
There is a way.
6.
But it's unlikely.
Plus 4.
He has to draw Arrow exactly
Like
like
11 points.
on turn 5 or 6.
It wasn't enough, which it isn't.
But then he told me afterwards, like, his play, even if he doesn't have it,
yeah,
if he doesn't have it, he's beating quite a lot
There's
here.
no way he has Arrow. It's such a bluff. Magneto, eh?
So,
I knew it was a bluff, man.
So he told me afterwards he only loses to pretty much Shang-Chi, Soulstone here.
I was the favourite for the tournament. And he was so confident.
He was so
The
confident.
Ultron obviously was a spanner in the works.
I want to see his reaction to this. I want to make a YouTube short of it.
Lockjaw.
He gets double lockjaw.
Nice.
Like, I feel like I'm in a really good spot here. I really do.
I mean, it looks like a pretty big win for us. That's not very good. No. I mean, maybe this is good for us. I think this is good.
What's going on, mate?
For 4 cubes as well.
Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny? He didn't even let me have a chance to say it. He didn't even let me give me time to say it. But I was gonna just not play anything and let him win here if he like randomly stated, because obviously he never does. I was just not gonna play anything and just like not even play a card on turn 6 because obviously he's always forfeiting, right? He's never actually playing it out. But like he technically could have won from him. I would have stuck to it. I would never have played anything there. I need to get his fucking VOD. I'm gonna ask for it now before I forget. Easy skip. We'll take the multiple man. Sakar's a weird one. Handle would probably not be great for us here. It's okay. I should have played Heimdall mid, right? Because then it moves into the Craven. I think. No, yeah. I should have played it mid. It's pretty good. I can see us moving the Craven and the multiple man here. Now, if I put Heimdall mid, it would have moved into the Craven still. For sure. Yeah, not left. If I put it mid, though, then the Iron Fist moves it left, right? I didn't actually do any maths on Odin, which I obviously should have. I would wager we probably lose. I think we're losing the left. We're tying the right, it looks like, because they didn't move anything. And we get the dub. Nice. But the deck does have a lot of points.
Victory.
I'm gonna do a quick intro for this. We're gonna look at the new cards soon, guys. I'm just gonna do a quick intro for this deck. Movement has long been my favorite deck in this is not the right deck. Movement has long been my favorite deck in Marvel Snap, and I've revisited it with, what's the location called? Asteroid M. Movement has long been my favorite deck in Marvel Snap, and with the hot location Asteroid M, we've revisited it, and it was absolutely popping off. I had so much fun with this one. It's very quite scuffed. Movement is my favorite deck in Marvel Snap, and we've revisited it with the hot location Asteroid M. This deck has been absolutely popping off. If you're good with movement, it can really be a very solid deck. It's massively underrated, particularly with the nerfs to Aero. More viable strategies on turn 6 are now an option, so cards like Heimdall have just become a lot more serious options. One thing you want to make sure you're doing with this one is not playing Iron Fist on turn 1. It's often a big mistake to do that. One really nice play you can do is you can play multiple man on turn 3, for example. And then on turn 4, you can play your Iron Fist and then your Hulkbuster onto your Multiple Man. Hulkbuster is then going to merge with Multiple Man, and then it's going to get pulled by the Iron Fist after the fact. So you'll have a 7-point Multiple Man, 9-point Multiple Man if you played Forge on turn 2. So really try and hold on to that Iron Fist until a little bit later on. Playing Iron Fist on 1 into Multiple Man on 2 is not the way to play this deck. You really want to be getting a much bigger Multiple Man. The deck is pretty tight. Dagger got buffed recently and she's doing a lot better recently. However, you could experiment with playing Leech. Storm is not bad in this deck either. Also, you could experiment with playing Beast to bounce back your Human Torch and Iron Fist and get more buffs. But this was definitely the list I enjoyed the most, and I hope you check it out. Give the video a like and subscribe for more. That was alright. I just did the little intro. The problem is I just never do the intros otherwise. If I don't do them on stream, I just never get around to them. All right, we're going to take a look at the upcoming cards, guys. That's the plan. We're going to take a quick look at the upcoming cards, and then I'm going to have to go because I need to prep for this tournament, submit my decks, and also make a YouTube video. So have Marvel Snap Zone done an article on it? Yeah, they have. Let's have a gander. Do I have a Pixel M'Baku? I don't have any M'Baku variants, unfortunately. Oh. We're going to take a look at all of this right now and probably make a video from it. I'll just do the video now rather than recording it off stream. Camera position, what we're thinking, seems okay-ish. All right. Where do we start? I feel like we should probably start with mate, there's so much. Where do we even start? I feel like June season is not the place to start, right? I guess we can start with April season. How do I intro this one, chat? I can get my editor to edit this as well, so I don't have to do it in one take necessarily. I would like to do it in one take though and just post it later. Yeah, Hitmonkey's the season pass card, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got so many data mine things to get through. Starting off with the new April season next month, we've got clear details on each of the cards that we're getting. Hitmonkey is the battle pass card. We already knew that. I'm going to be picking this up. It looks amazing. This deck... Let me start again, it's scuffed. Ladies and gentlemen, we have so many new details on the future cards variants coming to Marvel Snap with a big data mine, which has happened with the latest update. We're going to start off looking at all the new cards that we're going to be getting in the next couple of months, and then take a look at all the other variants, all the bundles as well. Big shout out to Marvel Snap Zone for this amazing article. The link will be in the description for it. April season then, we have Hitmonkey. This is the Battle Pass card. On reveal, gain 2+ power for every other card you played this turn. I did do a whole video on Hitmonkey. This card, I think, is going to be particularly strong in a Serra control list, where you can just bump down a bunch of cards on the last turn. Hitmonkey's only going to cost 1 with Serra, and it's just a perfect card to be playing there. The following week, we're going to have Jeff, the baby land shark. You can move this once. Nothing can stop you from moving or playing this to any location. So Jeff is 2 energy, 3 stats. So about 1 stat below curve. You want around 4 points in just raw value, something like Cloak. But it has some movement capabilities, so it's +2 on Craven, which is actually quite significant. Moreover, though, you can play this into Sanctumorium, and it's like a Nightcrawler where you can move it on the final turn. You could play it into any location you want, like a Storm location. It's going to be really nice with Storm. You could play it into the Storm when it's already flooded, and then move it away later on as well. Pretty flipping interesting. Snow Guard the following week, which is a 1 energy and 2 statted card. While this is in your hand, this transforms each turn into a hawk or a bear. I don't think we know what a hawk or a bear is, to be honest. I'm pretty sure we don't. Doesn't seem like we do. Guys, I want to do this in one take. Do we know what a hawk or a bear is? We do? What is it? Hawkeye? Dark Hawk? Wait. What the hell? Do we actually know what Snow God does then, or not? Snap Fan. Oh! Oh! Legends, guys. Thank you. So, Snow God. Okay, it's possible I don't need to do this in one take and I can just get my editor to edit it up and I post something different today, but I kind of wanted to post this. I want to post this today. So I'm going to try and do it in one take and just post it. But let's just... So, on reveal, trigger... Is there any other cards like this? We don't know what the secret abilities are, right? Do we know what the secret abilities are? Do we actually know? There's no way, right? We do? Oh my god. Bruh. I mean, this almost deserves a full video on its own, right? Holy moly. So, Wasp, and it evolves them. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna do my live reaction to all of these things. I think that's the best way of doing it. Like, just process how all these things work. Alright, one take. You ready, guys? Are you ready to see the biggest, most epic one take video of all time? Ladies and gentlemen, we have got the most crazy data mines in the history of Marvel Snap. We know all the cards coming in the next couple of months. We got a whole bunch of variants, new season pass card confirmed, and there's even new secret hidden abilities for cards like Wasp and any card which has no ability with high... Let me start again with this just... I think this is like the good card start. Okay, this is actually the final take. I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting data mine in the history of Marvel Snap is here. We are going to cover all of the details, including all the new cards coming in the next couple of months, loads of new variants, and the hidden abilities of a bunch of cards, because High Evolutionary is a card coming next month, or 2 months' time. At the start of the game, unlock the secret ability of all your cards with no abilities. And the data mine has told us what these secret abilities are. So, for example, Wasp has a secret hidden ability which is unlocked when you put High Evolutionary in your deck. So, we're going to cover all of this, but let's start with the April 2023 season. We have Hitmonkey. That is the Battle Pass card. I've done a full video on Hitmonkey already. It's gaining +2 power, for each other card you played this turn. This card is going to be amazing in a Serra control deck because it's going to cost you just 1 energy after you play Serra, and then you can play a whole bunch of cards on that final turn, and it can play for maybe like 10 stats for 2 cost. Really amazing card. I'm very excited for Hitmonkey. It's bad against Leech though. Up next we have Jeff, the baby land shark. And a few of these cards, I don't even know what they do yet. Jeff, I do. 2 energy, 3 stats. You can move this once. Nothing can stop you moving or playing this to any location. So you can play this into Sanctumorium, the only card in the game which you can do that. And then you can move it. So it's like a Nightcrawler, but for 1 extra cost, not as many points. You know, for 1 energy, you would expect it to be 2 points more, so you would like it to be 4 points ideally, but it also has this ability where nothing can stop you moving or playing this to any location. So you can move this into like a location where it says nothing can be added here. You can play this into a storm flooded location and then move it elsewhere, which can give you some really nice bluff potential. It looks like an interesting card. Any card which can move is pretty cool. It's +2 on Craven. You could have Nightcrawler and Jeff both in the same deck as well. You can move it into Professor X. Really interesting stuff. I love the look of this card. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. All these are going to be costing 6,000 tokens, and this is the order we're getting them. So Hitmonkey for the first week of April, Jeff the following week, Snow God the following week. So Snow God is 1 energy, 2 stats. While in your hand, this transforms each turn into a hawk or a bear. So we have got details on what these are. And this is the point where I don't know what these cards are doing. So this is my live reaction to these cards. So the Snow Guard bear, on reveal, trigger the effect of this location. Pretty weird. So I'm not exactly sure what you're looking to do with that. There's nothing that comes to mind, to be honest. But chat's gonna let us know, and then I'll let you know. And on reveal, ignores all location abilities next turn. So you could play this and then sneak something into Storm. You could play Snow God to trigger Murder World on turn 6. That's really very interesting. You could play this to trigger Gamma Lab. Wow, okay, chat's popping off and giving me some really cool ideas. You could trigger TVA on turn 2 with this. Awesome. Similarly, with Snow Guard, you could play Snow Guard on the Hawk on turn 4 to ignore TVA, and it would just get rid of it. You could play it on turn 6 to ignore Limbo. You could do some other stuff, which I'm not that sure on. Okay, very, very cool card. And it's just a 1 energy card, 2 stats. Very fun. Stegron, 4 energy, 5 stats. Move an enemy card from here to another location. Move an enemy card from here to another location. So it's somewhat similar to Aero in some sense. That's very interesting. So you can play Stegron. It's going to move a random card from your opponent's location to a different one. So pretty good turn 6 play. So it's very comparable to Jug as well, but an existing card instead. I think this card looks pretty flipping legit, honestly. I think this card looks very, very good. This could be good with Kingpin on 6. I like it. I like it a lot. I really do. 5 stats for 4 isn't very good, but it's a very powerful ability. Comparative to Jug, Jug is a 3/3. You get 1 extra energy for 2 extra points. I think this card seems pretty legit, I have to say. Okay, then we have the May season, which everything has also been leaked for. Nebula is the season pass card for May. And she is a 1 energy, 1 statted card. It's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy theme. In fact, I can show you way down here what the stuff looks like. So Nebula here, you can see her variant. You can see a Gamora card back. And a Gamora, Star-Lord, Avatar. Card backs and... Not card backs. Card variants and avatars. But what does Nebula do? 1 energy, 1 stat. She's a Guardian of the Galaxy, so you would expect her to do some kind of prediction. And she doesn't. Each turn your opponent doesn't play a card here, she gets +2 power, except the turn you play this. So it's an engine. Nebula looks really flipping cool. A card you want to play on turn 1 to then gain points. It's incentivizing your opponent to play cards in there each turn. Of course, they can only play cards in there 4 turns. Unless they move stuff out of there. So if you play her on turn 1, she's almost guaranteed to play for 3 points. I think this card looks really very good. Of course, it's a card you want to be drawing early. So the later you draw her, the worse she is. Chavez is definitely going to be a card you're going to be wanting to play with Nebula. I think this looks like a really exciting card. Engines are quite a rare thing in Marvel Snap, and this is a very powerful engine. Of course, dies to Elektra, moreover Killmonger. So this is pretty exciting. Iron Lad, 4 energy, 6 stats. On reveal, copy the text of your opponent's top card. Wow. I don't think there's going to be a way of knowing what your opponent's top card is. So this is somewhat comparable to Morph, where you're kind of just rolling a dice. I guess Chavez is quite a likely one in a lot of situations. 6 stats for 4 isn't that good. It's your deck. Okay, that's a big deal. Okay, I stand corrected. Okay, that makes this a lot better. Because look at the next card, Howard the Duck. 1 energy, 2 stats. Ongoing, tap this to see the top card of your deck. So you could play Howard the Duck, see what your next card you're drawing is, and then play Iron Lad to combo it into Iron Man, for example. Iron Lad turns into Iron Man with 6 stats for 4 energy. Iron Lad seems bloody insane with Howard the Duck. But you are paying a price because Howard the Duck, I don't think on his own, is a particularly good card, I have to say. You're definitely not going to want to play Chavez with either of these guys. Very interesting indeed. High Evolutionary. I think the card that people are going to be most excited for. 4 energy, 7 stats. At the start of the game, unlock the secret ability of all your cards with no abilities. Get saving up those 6,000 tokens for this card. Let's take a look. This is my first time ever seeing what they do. Wasp evolved. So Wasp, Misty Knight, Shocker, Cyclops, The Thing, Abomination, and Hulk are the cards with no abilities. Wasp is going to be a 0-1 still, so they're still keeping the same energy and stat line. On reveal, afflict 2 random enemy cards here with -1 power. So Wasp, sort of similar to Soulstone, but it's of course costing nothing. Important to note as well that these cards will now have abilities, so you can't play High Evolutionary in Patriot. This is impacting it at the start of the game. You don't need to play High Evolutionary, but these cards now have abilities, so you don't want to play Patriot and High Evolutionary in the same deck. So Wasp is playing for 3 stats for 0, which is insane. Moreover, you could play this in a Lockjaw deck perhaps as well, because it's an on reveal. So that Wasp which goes into your Lockjaw is now 2 points better, which is really significant because it's 2 points better every time you play it, right? So Wasp, High Evolutionary, Lockjaw is a deck which I'm instantly thinking could be a thing, but let's look at the rest. Misty Knight. When you end a turn with unspent energy, give another friendly card +1 power. So Misty Knight is turning into a mini Sunspot. You could play Sunspot and Misty Knight together. Of course, Misty Knight is starting at 1 point more, and it's giving another friendly card 1 power. So obviously if there's like a multiple man or something like that, which you actually care about buffing, that's good. But of course, if you have 6 unspent energy, Misty Knight's only +1. But Sunspot and Misty Knight together sounds pretty interesting. Shocker, on reveal, give the leftmost card in your hand -1 cost. So Shocker is reducing the cost of a card. That is quite fascinating. That is very, very powerful. Again, 1 energy usually equates to about 2 points, but of course cost reduction is even more powerful than that because of your ability to play more cards on turn 6. Shocker seems absolutely insane. If we just evaluate the -1 cost as 2 stats, then it's already playing as 5 stats for 2, but I think it's much, much more powerful than that, right? Cyclops, when you end a turn with unspent energy, afflict 2 random enemies here with -1 power. So Misty Knight and Cyclops both benefiting from unspent energy, which makes Misty Knight even better. So if you can just leave 1 energy in the bank and you've got Misty Knight, Sunspot, and Cyclops on the board, you get 2 points from both Misty Knight and Sunspot between them, 1 point each. And Cyclops is going to be getting you 2 points as well. So 4 points for every unspent energy if you've got all 3 of those cards down on the board. Or at least 1 unspent energy per turn. The Thing, on reveal, afflict a random enemy card here with -1 power. Repeat this twice more. So The Thing, suddenly a playable card, is 6 stats, and you are lowering the power of a card 3 times. A random card 3 times. So 9 points for 4. Okay, not amazing, but definitely not bad. Abomination costs 1 less for each enemy card in play that's afflicted with negative power. Okay, so the Thing, the Wasp, just got better with the Abomination synergy because, of course, if you're playing High Evolution, you're going to want to include all these cards. So Abomination, you can get to cost very little if your opponent has negative cards, cards of negative power. So even like Hazmat could be a thing as well that you might want to consider playing there. You could play Viper onto the Hood, for example. That would make your Abomination cost less, and that's already an amazing combo. Wow, these are so exciting. But it's when afflicted with negative power, the question is, does that count with just playing Wasp? I would imagine that they actually need to be at -1 or -2 power, right? Scorpion has some synergy. Chat's going to let me know, and let me know in the comments what you think. I'll update you with what chat thinks after we look at Hulk. I would wager that they need a card which is actually negative points and has... but no, chat's disagreeing with me quite convincingly. Because of the word afflicted, it does just seem like if you play Wasp on anything, like Wasp is afflicting 2 random enemy cards here with -1 power, well, therefore Abomination after just Wasp should already cost 3 energy. So actually that's insane. So you don't need to get them to negative power, it seems. Wow. Abomination seems cracked. And Hulk. I hope Hulk is amazing. Ongoing, +2 power for each turn you spent with... Each turn you ended with unspent energy. So if you don't play anything on turn 1, Hulk's already 14 stats. Wow. So you don't even want to play a card on turn 1 with this deck. You play the Misty Knight on turn 2. And then Misty Knight is giving... Well, she wouldn't give your card... You could play Wasp and Misty Knight on turn 2. And then your Misty Knight would buff up your Wasp by a point. And then you play your Cyclops on turn 4, perhaps. Wow. Or the Thing on turn... Oh, this just looks so amazing. I'm blown away. Okay, there's so much more to get through. We can't really spend too much longer on that. Then the June season, we don't know the abilities. While there's not much information for the June 2023 season yet, we're predicting it to be related to the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse film, with Ghost Spider being the season pass card. Ghost Spider is a card I'm really excited for. It's a 2 energy card, 2 stats. On reveal, move the last card you played here. So a big potential buff to movement decks. So you could play Iron Fist into Vulture on turn 4, and then you could play Ghost Spider on turn 5, where the Vulture was, and it will move. Pretty sick. But maybe that wouldn't work necessarily. But anyway, definitely a big buff to movement decks. All sorts of cool things you can do with this. And here are some of the other things that we're seeing. We're seeing Gore being added to the game, which is most likely going to be a big bad. We don't know his ability. And then a bunch of Into the Spider-Verse variants, which I'm very excited for that film coming out later in June. Yeah, Doctor Strange Ghost Spider on 5 definitely looks like a nice player. All right, we have so much more to get through. That is the new cards. A bunch of new variants. We've got some for Howard the Duck, High Evolutionary here, Iron Lad, Black Knight. This America Chavez variant I want so badly. I would French kiss the hell out of this card. Okay, I wouldn't. I take it back, but you get my joke. A Blob variant. Oh, I'm excited for when Blob gets added to the game. Some Captain Marvel ones. There's just so many juices. This Destroyer is banging. Elsa Bloodstone, whoever the heck that is. Really cool Ghost Spider ones. She's got a flipping iPhone. This Ghost Rider's popping off. Look at this Helicarrier as well, by the way. This Hulk is ridiculous. The Infinite's ridiculous. Jean Grey, who isn't in the game yet. Leader with the biggest forehead of all time. Some cool Miles one here. There's just so many juices. The Magneto. My goodness. My goodness. Venom looks amazing. We've got a White Queen and a Wong. The Wong is popping off. And then we've got some bundles. Okay. So many bundles to get through that I'm not really going to comment on these too much, but you can look at these at your own leisure. I'll probably do a separate video on bundles. This one's going to be mainly focusing on the new variants and stuff. And then there's like some bundles of like, variants of cards which have been like Mr. Fantastic, Mooster Fantastic variant. You've got a Thor Frog. I think this might be a something to do with April Fool's Day, if I remember correctly. But don't quote me on that. Yeah, so on the 5th of April, there is the Thor Frog variant and an avatar. You get 7,000 credits, 3,000 collector tokens, and it costs 7,000 gold. Our Avengers, also in April. You get Mr. Fantastic. You get the Ant-Man and the Captain America Americat. So pretty cool stuff to do with April Fool's Day. So very, very close to these ones. And again, you can take a look at this. I'll maybe do a separate video on all the bundles coming soon. There's a cool Hela one, cool Groot one, and there's also going to be a Squirrel Girl bundle of some sort. And yeah, we've got the, as we looked at before, the Star-Lord, and there's the May Infinite card back. And yeah, we've got one new location as well, which is Milano. Turn 5 is the only turn cards can be played here. So that's a new data mined location. Okay, big shout out to Marvel Snap Zone. So much source and information going in here. What card are you most looking forward to that's not high evolutionary? Because I know, of course, a lot of you are going to be really looking forward to that. If you had to pick a card which isn't high evolutionary, which one are you most excited for? I think for me, Nebula and Hitmonkey. I think the next 2 season pass cards are looking fantastic. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like. Big shout out to Marvel Snap Zone. Big shout out to chat for helping me with some of the nuanced interactions. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye. That was smooth. One take. Good job, chat. You popped off. All right, ladies and gents. I am going to disappear. I am going to go, I think. I'm going to work on some more videos and thumbnails and stuff. And I also need to prep for this tournament. I need to prep off stream because I don't want Dara to watch my stream and see what I'm playing. I guess we'll raid Harry today. Guys on YouTube, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the stream if you enjoyed. And yeah, make sure you guys check out the YouTube if you're not already there for more daily content. What time is it? It is 11 AM. It's still very early, but I just have loads of videos I want to work on. I want to upload at least 2 today. Alright, bye YouTube and Twitch. I'm going to send you over to someone else to raid.